What is going on, you guys? Ryan from Wadfigs here, and welcome back to another edition of Mail Call. I was working on another episode that I was going to post today, but you guys know whenever I get a package from Ringside, I like to make a whole new video about it. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today, because I've got some new figures in here. That other episode features a lot of new figures that I've gotten over the past couple of weeks that will come out soon. But we also got a package from eBay that we're going to open up second, but inside of here, we've got 3 brand new figures, 1 brand new Elite, and then I believe the other 2 are basics. Alright, here we go. We've got the new figures here. We got some paper to make sure the figures stay safe. First item in here is a basic Neville. You guys know I actually just got a Neville fairly recently. In fact, kind of in the same attire, and I might do a comparison. But this comes with a new head scan, and I believe also some new knee pads and kick pads. But we're going to take a closer look at that because that looks really cool. And then the next item in here, let's see, is, I forgot I ordered these. We've got a table in here, ringside table. Those are awesome. I think I got 2 of them, though. I could be wrong. I think there is another one in here. Right there. There it is, another table. The other basic that fell out is the new Samoa Joe. Finally get a new Joe head scan that I think is going to look way better on the Elite, which is the swap that I'm going to be doing. And then finally in here, a very, very special Elite. We've got the Summerslam Finn Balor. Cannot wait to get this out of his packaging because this design that he has is awesome. So we're going to be unboxing that. Also taking a look at the Neville, and Joe might be doing some fix-ups, and I actually forgot about this thing right here. We can just open this up. And then inside of here, we've got the Elite 8 William Regal, which I got for $13 shipped, which I think is a great deal for a rare figure. So that is also super nice. But we're going to be taking a look at, I think, most of these guys also doing some fix-ups and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that right now. Starting things off here with Neville. On the right, we have the basic that I just got a couple weeks ago for my birthday, that episode of Mail Call. And then we've got the new one here, and as you can see, there are a couple big differences. One of them being the head scans. I think this one is much better looking, much more realistic, at least to what Neville's looking like right now. This is the older one where he just had the goatee, but even the face sculpts are different. This one is more menacing and angry, and, you know, compared to this one, which is kind of more calm and happy. I believe the hair molds are similar. This one's different though. It's got like one long streak going down, where this one has a little bit of molding over there. I don't really think the sides are that much different. The tights, now they are the same, I believe, logos and everything, but I think they're made a little bit differently. You can see this one actually is smaller and has a little bit more detail in the center, whereas this one just has the black in the middle. This one actually has more designs as well on the side, if I can fix it like that. There we go. On the back, though, it's much of the same. So this one does have more designs on the tights, but I do believe it's at least based off the same attire. The arms are actually a little bit different. This one actually looks better. They're also bigger arms, which I'm going to be swapping them onto this one. The torsos also, this one is just a little bit bigger to match how, I guess, Jack Neville is now. And then the knee pads both have the tape underneath. This one actually has the design on them. And again, I'm going to be swapping these onto this body. And I think I'll keep the kick pads on this one just because I like the color. These ones are just black, but they do have a nice little gloss finish to them, which is really nice. But this is actually a really cool Neville basic. I really do like both of these, but I'm going to give the edge to this one just because I like the colors more in the attire as well as the design, which is exactly why I'm going to be swapping the parts onto here to make, I guess, a much better looking basic Neville, although this one is nice. So I guess until we get an updated Elite Neville, maybe with the Cruiserweight Championship, I would recommend you get this one. I've said it many times before, but I'm okay using basics now. I've gotten used to it. We have a lot of cool basics now coming out, just like this one, and a couple more soon, so I'm going to say get this Neville, but before we end the episode, I'm going to be swapping these parts. And then we take a look at the new Joe here compared to the old one. Obviously, the face scans are way different, although I don't think neither of them are the best. I think this one is 10 times better because looking back at it, I really don't think this looks a whole lot like Joe, so I'm excited to swap him. However, you can probably notice that they used brand new skin tone for Joe, which might make this look a little bit weird, which is pretty unfortunate. This one is actually significantly lighter skin tone than this one. Other than that, though, they are the same attires and whatnot, so there's not big of a difference here with this Joe. Pretty sure it's just the same basic mold Joe they've used for a while, but I'm still going to be swapping the head skins and hoping that the difference isn't that significant, just because, again, we can take a closer look at this one. This one is just way better paint and everything, especially on the sides where he has the fade going on the back. I really do like how that's painted compared to this one, which is, you know, a little bit more cartoony, I would say. Not the greatest head scan, but... So I'm going to be head swapping these as well before we end the episode. Finally, we're going to look at this brand new Summerslam Finn Balor, and the first thing to take note of course, is the fact that he comes with the Universal Championship. I don't think there's any big differences between this one and the one that came with Kevin Owens, so it's nice to have another one of those, so I will take that off him, and we will just admire the paint application on this figure, starting first with the head scan. Really nice looking. The designs are really clean. Doesn't look like there's any mess ups, I don't believe. The white looks good. Interesting to note, they actually used the older Finn Balor head scan compared to the new one that they used on the Dallas TakeOver figure, the Toys R Us one. The design on the chest looks really, really cool. I can't really read out what it says on his chest. I'm sure you guys know. I think it says Demon King, but I'm honestly not sure. It does look good all around, though. His left armband is super nice. It's got this awesome looking design with like the white teeth sort of, and then the red flames coming out of it. And that design also moves onto his hand, which is on both sides. However, his right arm is just black, which is cool. Like I said, the chest design looks great with the like green tongue, toxic. It's an awesome looking design, I gotta be honest. And then the back has the demon eye. That is just crazy looking, and the words still go all around on the back. That is an awesome looking design. That might be maybe the best Finn Balor design that they've done so far. Super cool. And then on the trunks, he's got the red logo again. It says, I think, Demon King all around it on both thighs, and then on his left knee pad there's that same design, and then some blank kick pads. I do really like the paint application on this figure. I don't really mind the Daniel Bryan mold. It seems like they're going to be using that for the face painted Finn figures. The only problem I have with this figure are the legs, because they're just not going in, and this happens with this CM Punk mold. The legs get really annoying and they're like just not going in. You can see it kind of looks like he's standing out all the time. I'm going to put it in some hot water to see if it works. I really hope it does, because it's really a perfect paint application on a figure, just ruined by the articulation of the CM Punk molded legs. I will say this Finn Balor figure overall is awesome. I think it's better than the, what was it called? The Beast in the East. I think it's better than that one. I think it's better than the original one, but my favorite of all time is still the Dallas TakeOver one. And I think this one might be second. I think it would have been first had it had the better head scan. I'm just not the biggest fan of this one, but still an awesome figure. I would recommend you get it, especially, I mean, even if you're just a fan of Finn Balor or a fan of figures, this is awesome. But before we close off this episode of Mail Call, we're going to be doing the swaps with Neville and Joe, and we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So the first fix-up here is Neville, and I think this is much better than the one before. I did like the blank black kick pads, but I think this one just kind of fits it better with the all-red kick pads, and also the design on the knee pads on this body. I like this way more. Also, the head scan is awesome, but I really hope we do get a new Neville soon, an Elite Neville, because the last one I have, the skin tone painted legs did not turn out so well. And then we've got the Samoa Joe fix-up, and the skin tone difference isn't actually as bad as I thought it would be. I do like it a lot. I like this fix-up, or I should say this head scan, way more than the older one. I think it looks way better, and it makes me want to use Joe more, just because the last head scan really wasn't the best, and I still have to open these freaking tables. But that's going to do it for this edition of Mail Call. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are not already, and as always, stay tuned to the next one.